Rigathi Gachagua was impeached by President William Ruto's team, and himself, of course, was at the center of it. After being impeached, people knew that Rigathi Gachagua is going to die politically. But ever since Rigathi Gachagua left office, he has been very busy, and to be specific, the Waminyoro home, it has been very busy receiving visitors from all over the country. We've had masses gone there, Kisses, and many other tribes as well have also gone there to seek his advice or probably share on one or two things. Now, as we speak today, I know in many other people's minds, people asking themselves that, what will Rigathi Gachagua do because he's impeached, he cannot vie for president? Then what position is he going to occupy? Which part will he play in the entire political arrangements that are going to come in 2027? On this video here today, I want to take you through on what I feel strongly that's going to happen as far as Rigathi Gachagua is concerned. But before I do so, if this is the first time of watching our videos, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Now, let me tell you this. In a scenario where Rigathi Gachagua is not going to vie for presidency or any other seat because of impeachment, because they say once you're impeached up to 10 years and then you get back, then that means very well that Rigathi Gachagua is going to remain out of government as an individual. Then now, what options does he have on board? The first option he has on board, it is first to go and be a party leader who will be able to chair all other meetings, make decisions together with the members of parliament that shall have been elected under his party, and eventually go ahead to execute them while in government. That's the first option. So he'll be the party leader, but have people who are going to represent his ideas whenever he goes, they go in government. Secondly, we all know that being a party leader, it calls for so many things. There's subscription by members of the party. There are also money that comes for the party. There are also tenders that are going to come from the government or from the members of this party, like governors and MPs. They're going to give tenders to this gentleman. So eventually it will be the rich man he has been all through. That one is going to count. The second thing that might happen here, it is that we are going to have Rigathi Gachagua doing one simple thing. Having general agreement with friends that the moment maybe the government, so long as they win the presidency, he gets into government, some of his friends gets appointed, or even some of his people get appointed to some of the cabinet slots. That's the first one. And the second thing, it is that he can also even, after these people have been appointed, he can also even have what we call an agreement with the government that he can always get tenders. Huge tenders from the government so that he can be able to execute and earn money just like another politician. But as he does this, he holds the party leader position. I don't know what you think, whether you should trust the party leader position for him to remain relevant in this country. But however, there's one major thing I feel is going to happen under Rigathi Gachagua that's going to protect his political ambitions. One, a member of the family is going to be either nominated, elected, or even appointed by whoever will be in power. What do I mean by this? Rigathi Gachagua has two gentlemen, 31 and 33 years old, who are old enough to be cabinet secretaries, vie for MP seats, senatorial seats, and even become members of MCAs. So therefore, it's very clear that with those sons that he has, he can nominate one of them or even all of them to join the government in any way, in any capacity. That one is not ruled out. They can do that because they're youths. Their father has already made a name for them, and they have the platform, they have the money, they can vie for any seat. And probably if they go for the gubernatorial seat or members of parliament seat, well and good, we can have that comfortably in power. But there's one person here under Rigathi Gachagua that's around him that I feel strongly is the one going to get some of these favors. The first one, that is Dorcas Rigathi Gachagua, the wife to the current impeached and second president of the Republic of Kenya, that is Rigathi Gachagua. What do I mean by that? When you look at this lady, she has been very strong ever since Rigathi Gachagua was elected. Actually, when Rigathi Gachagua was in office, she could appear in public forums doing some boy child empowerment programs. Here in Kisii, came at Kisii School here. He did hold one event there. And this had been happening in other parts of this Kenya. And nobody just does that. The second ladies of this country, for instance, for William Ruto, never used to engage so many things of these kind of programs, except prayers. So therefore, Pastor Dorcas has been moving around, supporting the husband and building her name. So we cannot rule her out from the political ambitions. Secondly, so I feel strongly that Pastor Dorcas Rigathi based on her functions that she has been holding, the movements she has been making, she's probably going to vie for a seat, or maybe even wait to be appointed, but precisely to vie for an elective seat. What do I mean by this? If you see the Nyeri Kubantero seat, Mutahi Kahiga is going home and it will be empty. Meaning, Dorcas Rigathi Gachagua, if she's interested, she can come on board. But I feel strongly she might not go for that seat. The son might go for the senatorial seat or that seat, but it is likely that she might go for the top seat, either deputy president or even any other seat, or maybe take a position in a certain coalition that's going to make her one of the top officials in the country. Because Rigathi Gachagua, it's hard that he's going to trust someone to hold a position for him. What do I mean by this? We have someone like the Madira member of parliament, who was just an MCA. This gentleman, Rigathi Gachagua decided to make him the MP, the member of parliament of that region. Actually, what happened is this. He was just an MCA. Rigathi Gachagua said, I'm leaving for this boy. And actually, that gentleman became the member of parliament of Madira. But eventually, when there was an impeachment motion being tabled in parliament, he was among the first people to vote yes in support of the impeachment to take Rigathi Gachagua home. Someone who has experienced the good part, the great side of Gachagua. So in general, you cannot trust any other person again, I believe so. What they can just do is have their interest, the political interest, craft a game that's going to help them. But eventually, Rigathi Gachagua sits back and thinks of his family and how he's going to succeed as an individual. Because if someone whom you gave a seat decided to vote against you, apart from that, even if you check the entire impeachment motion, some of the MPs who came from his region, except in Nyeri and a few, voted in support of the impeachment. People from Mount Kenya literally decided to take Rigathi Gachagua home. Mount Kenya politicians, they decided to take Gachagua home. After coming from such kind of an experience, can you really trust anyone else? So I feel strongly here, the wife who has been with him all through, even during the impeachment, when he was sick, when he was at whatever place, this lady was present. And she has always testified that she supports the husband's ambitions. So if the time comes someone to hold a position for the husband, the right person to hold it is the wife, Dr. Dorcas Gachagua. And I feel that everyone deserves a wife of that kind, who supports you and you see her as an option for you in case things go south. I feel strongly then, Rigathi Gachagua has the right wife, and probably she's the person going to take over some of these positions in case the time comes and she needs somebody. He needs someone who is strong enough. If you saw what happened in Nyeri, the latest function where we had the intrusion by the former Mungiki leader, it is basically because Rigathi Gachagua was expected fine, but the fact means that the person who was disrupted, it was Dorcas Gachagua. And even the entire castigation of this event, it was revolving around Dorcas because she was present. So in a nutshell, it sounded much more powerful when Mananjenga intruded a meeting that was held by a lady to disrupt it, until she was now removed from there as an emergency so that she could be safe. I don't know what's your take as far as Rigathi Gachagua's interest is concerned. Please let me see it in the comment section. Thank you so much for following. My name is Abel Mugwa.